So I know I already did a video on this K Michelle Cam Newton interview, but there's actually a lot more to this interview, and specifically, it was about dating outside your race. And K Michelle says she prefers to date outside her race. She doesn't like to date black men. But this had came from the viral clip of her talking about Rashida and Kirk, from Love and Hip Hop. They do have a horrible relationship, and I do think it's miserable. But before we get there, let me go ahead and play the intro. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to get right into it, you guys. Let's go. I know me being a black man, you're already going to judge, but I don't think there's anything wrong with you dating outside your race. I think where the problem lies is where you say a particular race is better than your own, or you prefer to date the other race because they do things better. And honestly, no matter what, especially when it comes to women, no, I got to be a little biased. They all crazy. So it doesn't matter what kind of woman you date. It's probably the same for men, right? But let's go ahead and get into this clip, and they get right into the whole interracial dating thing. So let me go ahead and start the clip.
This ain't got nothing to do with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
I always get in trouble for this over the past 3 years. I've always told my sisters to go where they are loved. And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African-American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose.
Do you look at that?
I do.
So if you look at that as a way, no matter what it is, this goes back to accountability.
Okay, give it to me.
If you look at the black man that's in a relationship with another race as a side eye.
I don't look at it as a side eye.
Okay,
that's the thing.
Okay, how do you look at it?
I want black men to do, if they were a black woman, to build a black family. I'm not the girl that sits up there and looks at the black man when he date a white woman or date someone and say, "Oh, you can't do that." Normally, I don't even want that man. And
I actually had a friend by the name of Taryn, right? And we were talking about dating outside your race and stuff like that. And she had said, she don't mind because more than likely he wasn't going to choose her anyway. With her being a black woman, he wasn't looking for her. So why would she chase after somebody who wasn't looking for her? And I think that's where K Michelle is coming from. And again, I want to clarify something because it's all like black men don't like black women or whatnot. Over 80% of black men are married to black women, and the same for black women. 93% of black women are married to black men. So the stereotype that, they don't, black men don't like black women, it's a lie. It's a stereotype. So let's continue.
I've always dated outside of my race. And I would like for black women to be open to the people that like them. White men love me. Like, white men love me. And that is just
once you go black,
that's just the truth.
As it's getting thrown back, you ain't never going.
And K Michelle look good. So any man is going to want K Michelle.
Going back.
Yeah, they love me. And that's just always been what that is. Like,
I love that for you.
You do?
I swear on everything.
Tell me why you love that for me. Come on, for me.
I'm an opponent of happy.
Yeah.
Happy. Go to, go do, go be with whatever, whoever, whenever, as long as it incorporates happily.
Yeah.
Then whatever. Yeah. Don't tell me you're married. If you can't tell me that you're happily married. Don't tell me you're in a relationship.
Oh, but they're going to tell you they married. I've been married, but you are miserable.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Frost Bistro. It reminds me of the Rashida and Kirk situation. They've been married for forever and they are miserable. That is horrible. And I just...
And you know what? Me being in my 30s, like, I always... When are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? I'm honestly not in a rush. And the thing is that I don't want to be in a relationship if it's not going to lead to marriage and kids. Like, I'm cool with just being with me. Like, I feel like I'm working on my career. I'm finally doing something that I love, which is entertaining y'all. I am cool with just chilling. Now, of course, with us men, we'll wait until we like 80 years old to finally settle down, right? But for me right now, I'm just building and working on myself, trying to do better for myself before anything. And I think honestly too, in the black community, we want to see more marriages. It seems that we're just cool with just calling it whatever it is. And what I mean by calling it whatever it is, I don't know what to call it, because sometimes we'll be in these relationships, babies move in together, and we have no plan of ever getting married. There's some people who I have friends that their parents didn't get married until they were already adults, but they were living together, doing everything, paying bills together. And I'm all like, they had no plan on getting married. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Remember her yelling out saying, "You'll never be married." Well, not to that bullshit. You was right. You know, don't just be married to be married. And that's what I want for black women. I'm all for black love.
Can I stop you right there?
Stop me, come on.
That's what my nucleus was. I don't want to be married just to be married.
You want to be happy.
Thank you. Proceed.
Okay. I just feel like that. Like, life is so short. When you start losing people, or even me, I went through for surgeries, like cosmetic surgeries. I almost lost my life. To really think for a surgeon and people to really look at your mom's face, and people to really, the doctors really think you're not going to make it over trying to create or do something to yourself. And you say, God.
And she was getting sick from the ass shots and stuff like that. So they had to take, try to suck as much. And she even says in this interview, like, you can't possibly take it all out. You just got to take what you can, really. So it was making her sick.
God, give me another chance to live. And you live, you see life differently. Yeah, I done seen niggas get killed and stuff like that. But when it's you, I don't see things like other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have I just completely changed. Looking at your mother's face and they saying, what's wrong with her, all of this.
Can we get some tissue?
Crying.
That's a different thing,
Mm-hmm.
Looking at your life and praying to God, if you give me a second chance. This and that. Everybody don't get to live a second chance. Yeah. Thank you.
This is my opinion.
What?
When you happy, ain't too much got to change.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I say that direct, but indirectly saying the person that's making you happy, you start becoming the butt of the joke, but as long as you're giving the butt up, it's okay.
Yes.
You fat, pudgy little thing, girl.
As long as you're giving the butt up. Listen, Cam had a few good interviews, but I believe like this is his best one. Him and K Michelle, I don't know if they ever met each other before, but this is Cam's best interview. And then this is K Michelle's best interview that she's ever given before. So they killing it with this one. Let me just say that.
Come on over here.
See, but I didn't have that. Like when I got into
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's the power of relationships.
Mm-hmm. Like my guy now, he is Mexican and black, and
Hispanic.
And the thing is, I have always been like, I realized, let me say this, the men that have treated me the best, we're going to get in trouble about this, Cam.
Talk to me.
Uh-oh.
But the men that have treated me the best have not been black men.
But is that fair to say? Because who she's dating now, she said, is Mexican and black. So he still got black. So, and here's the thing too. I don't like the whole, the black man ain't treating me right. And here I go being misogynistic. I don't like the black man ain't treating me right, because you're looking for a particular type. K Michelle has a particular type that she goes for. Yes, she did date the dentist. I believe that's who she dated for like 10 years or whatever. But if you look at her history, she done dated the rappers, the ballers. Idris Elba was an actor, but at the same time, I think he was married when they would. Listen, I don't know everything, but even with that situation, knowing that he possibly was married or in some kind of situationship with his current wife, yeah, that wasn't the right person that you should be going for. So you're picking the wrong ones. I don't believe there's anything wrong with black men, and I don't think there's anything wrong with black women. You guys are just picking the wrong ones. And I'm a victim of it, yes.
And I'm a black mama bear. I am for black love. I'm a ride for my black men. But if we're being honest about the men that have treated me the best, they have been white men. They have been this and that. So when I got in a lot of trouble on B103 some years ago because I told black women to date in love, not in race. Oh, baby, they told me You know what I'm saying? They tore me, black men tore me up. And that's why when I'm talking to you and I'm talking to you about, okay, I understand you want to be happy. Like I could come in here and judge you this and that. No, it's about happiness. Life is too short.
Can I give you some insight?
Give me.
Real quick. I have heard black women say, like, I don't want to date outside my race. I don't want to date another man. I don't want pink meat. Wink, wink. You know what I mean by pink meat? They say that. But I think there's nothing wrong with dating outside your race. If you feel like, okay, let me try something new. Let me try something different. Why not? And let's be honest about something too. When it comes to dating outside your race, it's all about proximity. So if you're in an area that's highly populated with your own, more than likely you're going to end up with your own, right? But if you live in the suburbs, or we got to take this into consideration when it comes to what kind of job you have. If you're in the corporate world, you're going to be around high-powered people. And so more than likely those high-powered people or those people in those leadership positions are going to be white. So you're going to date outside your race, because where do we mostly date? Within the work, which we shouldn't, but we mostly date within the workplace, right?
Now I think a lot of things are awarded.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of actions should come by way of not just given. It should be earned, so to speak, right?
Is that everything? Or are you talking about in love? What are we talking about?
I'm talking about everything. Certain things are default based, chivalry, respect. Those things are just default. That's stock motor.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We ain't talking about no extra added amenities. But what I'm getting to is the men, no matter who they are, black, white, green, blue, it don't matter. I would tell you as women, as a woman, but women in general, have grace with your man.
Oh, I do.
But understand this, don't assume. We have to stop assuming. There's a lot of times where we have, bro talk. And the worst type of bro talk is when you compare and contrast in your relationships in a bad way.
Okay.
Man, you think your girl crazy? Man, you see what I'm saying? That type of talk, that's the point of no return.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But it all has a lot of stemming things. But when you know and understand your partner and are willing to go on that journey to try to find that understanding. See, a lot of times women judge the branches.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get to the root.
Okay.
Let's get to the root. Like who, what, why you feel that way? Baby, let me tell you this. The way you was talking, I didn't appreciate that. Okay, baby, what should I done? I don't know. I can't tell you that right now because this is the thing that has worked for me. I'm still processing it, and give me grace for processing it. And as I process, I will try to find the words to explain how it make me feel and how I can direct you to do it, because things happen. I think in my mature state now, I've been more open to listening.
Okay.
And challenging the status quo. My children have taught me this, but why is a real question.
I think that, like, right now, even for me, like I have those type of conversations. Like, I didn't like this, before I might be like, like, it's like, I didn't like this. I don't want to do this and that. Dating at my age right now, I was in a 10-year relationship and never got married.
I think that's
10 years. And to hop back into the dating world right now and to gone through what I've gone through just in life general, professionally, all of this, I just see things differently. So I get to have those type of conversations that you're speaking of. I get to be like, I didn't like when you said that, this and that. I wasn't mature enough back then to even deal in that. So when I see.
So I got a question. So is the problem the man or is the problem her? I ain't trying to start nothing, but yeah, the problem might be you, right?
My sorority sisters who are doctors, fine as hell, doctors, lawyers, all of this, and they're single. And they're waiting on the black man to come and sweep them off their feet. I'm like, girl, you better go where you are loved. Like, you better go and love how you love.
Can I speak to that too?
Speak to it.
Some people are delusional to what they attract.
What? Tell me. Speak on that. When you say that, tell me.
You can be a doctor, but that don't mean
you attract the doctor. Oh, okay.
And I think only, and don't quote me, leave it in the comments, but I think only 5% of doctors are Black. So it's going to be hard for you to, and especially in a certain area, find you a Black doctor. Like, yeah, it's going to be impossible. So you might have to find you a Black nurse or so, you might have to, I wouldn't even like to say that's a downgrade, because I really think that we get into this mind frame. We got to date somebody equal or better than us. Sometimes you're not going to find that. You got to look for love. I think we're looking for, and you should want stability. I'm not saying you should settle. You should go date somebody who works at a fast food joint, which if they working hard, maybe they can work up to a manager. But you got to stop looking at, okay, this person has to have this, that, and that, and that. Like, you can build on it together.
I get that.
Your resume is filled with accomplishments and accolades. But you trying to attract a baller. Survey says you attract a bench warmer.
So let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. For someone like me who comes from Memphis, Tennessee, who is rough around the edges, this and that, but I attract the wealthiest and most refined of white men. Why is that?
I'm not white.
I mean, you're not white, but you're a man.
I want to say this, and we all do it, especially when you Black, you grow up this way. We code switch. We change the way that we talk or act around the others. Now, K. Michelle is saying, I'm this hood chick, but I highly doubt she's talking like that when she with her white man or her Mexican man now. But when she with the white man, I highly doubt she talking the way she talk. She probably cool, calm, collective, ladylike and all. Trust me, I bet you anything she talk different.
You're a man. You're a man.
Yeah, but.
So can you tell me why even in that, I just want to get so women like me can even see. I don't attract, never have. And I don't even, the thing is I always attract men with money who are successful and I never ask them for it. That might be my problem. Yeah. But why do I attract the complete opposite of where I'm from and who I am?
Okay, so a lot of times, and I hope I answer it this way, a lot of times we're dating. And who am I? I'm an opinionator.
I want your opinion though.
You have to be realistic, but also understand being intentional too. No matter who and what it is, it's like the intentionality has to be behind the action.
Okay.
So whether he's white, whether he's Black, if you know what you want, go get it.
But it's not about me. I'm saying when I go out, somebody might this and that. And then I am in the whitest city in America. It was named that. So that's different.
Ding, ding, ding,
I'm
ding.
saying if I...
Proximity. What was I telling y'all? Proximity. Like she's in an area that's mostly white in Nashville because now she's doing country music and stuff like that. She's from Memphis. So I'm not taking that away from her. And she went off on the other lady who said she wasn't country. But she's in Nashville now around a whole bunch of white people and she's doing country music. So yeah, you're around those type of people where before she was doing R&B music. I know she lived in Atlanta. She then lived in LA. And so, yeah, you're around probably mostly Black people. Now you're around white people. So yeah, you are going to date who you're around more. Close proximity, right? So it makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here. I'll put the link for the full video. But like I said, I felt like this was a good conversation. And yeah, there's so much to unpack here because I know still in 2025, interracial dating is still a big topic, a big discussion. And trust me, I get it for the people who say love who you love. And I get it for the people who say, no, I'm going to stick with my own. I'm going to stick with my people. I get both arguments. I don't think neither is wrong, but hey, it's up to y'all. And let me know how y'all feel in the chat. Please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. But other than that, you guys, we out of here. Good night. Deuce.